Hi guys, so today I've got my squat session and as you hopefully all saw last week I did quite a lot of ankle mobility. If not, that's on my Facebook page, go check that out. But today I'm going to take you through my pre-WOD squat warm-up. So you need a band for one of them. You can do it without a band, but better with a band. And you also need to be by a wall. You can kind of get away with something like your sofa, but wall is going to be better. Okay. I'm not going to do the whole WOD because my session isn't for another hour, and I want to do this directly before my session. But I'm just going to take you through the exercises and what I would do to properly warm up my body for my squat. Okay, so the first one, if you do my stretch classes, this is one that you will already be aware of. Okay, so down, elbows in between your knees like this. Okay, now you want your heels both in the floor. If that is too difficult because of ankle mobility, injuries, you're not quite used to that sort of position, what you can do is put something under your heels to raise them. So a book, a weight, something that's solid and doesn't roll, and something you're not going to sink into so it's not soft. Put that under your heels and that'll raise you. So you know that people have squat shoes with a bit of a heel on. That's what that's going to create for you. That's going to create that little bit of a heel and allow you to get that depth with your heels down. It is so important that your heels are pushed into the floor on that one, and you hold that for 1 minute. Okay, so the next one is one of my favourite ones. Again, you come into my stretch, you'll know all about this one. So down, boom, on your heels, arms on the floor straight, and get your forehead into the floor. Hold that 1 minute. If you want to do it on carpet or something under your knees, that's absolutely fine. If you can't get your bum onto your heels, that's what your aim is. If you can't get your head onto the floor, that's what your aim is. That's what you're going for. Okay, next one. I would recommend having something under your heels, under your knees, or on grass or carpet or something like that. Okay, so onto the knee, step out, you're going to have your hands inside, but you're going to use this hand to push that knee outward. Okay, don't worry about your foot being flat here, use your arm to push out there, opening up your hip and stretching out that inner thigh. And on that one, we've got 1 minute each side. Okay, the next one is where you're going to need a wall. So, move you over here, and I'll use the fence. The worst thing about this one is actually getting into the position. So you want your bum as close to the wall as possible, and then you're going to lie down, and then you're going to get yourself into a squat position. Like so. Relax your head, feet flat, and you're just going to hold that for 2 minutes. Easy. Very comfortable one once you're in position. Getting in and out of it is the hard bit. Okie dokie. So this is the one where you need your band. Pop your band around something solid, just like what we did with the ankle mobility. Just pop you down there. Okay, so you want the band in your hip crease here. Get the resistance, and that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is what you want, okay? That's what you want. So you want the band in your hip here, your bum on the floor, kind of like a pigeon, but you don't want to be on the floor, you want to be upright, band in your hip, and you want to be feeling that resistance through your hip joint. One minute, and then swap sides. And that, along with the ankle mobility that I went through last week, is my squat warm-up.